This is from r/paranormal. The story is by Lobrock. Today I heard my dead cat. For some context, I had a cat since I was like 10. Had it since it was a baby, and he died last year at 6. He had a condition that made him literally scratch his skin off, called facial dermatitis. I don't know why, but he used to kind of growl when eating, or before we gave him food, or when he felt threatened. Sometimes he did it when he felt safe. There was no real pattern to it. But anyways, I was really missing him lately. I loved that cat, and earlier today I was in the living room with my mom, when all of a sudden I heard a low growl coming from the couch. I thought the noises were from my dog snoring, which wasn't uncommon, but then I realized they were in my room. My mom then asked, "Did you hear that?" So I wasn't the only one who heard it. Me and my mom believe in ghosts. We cleanse our house maybe once every 2 weeks, so I know it wasn't a bad spirit. It made me happy to hear his growl again. Now I know he hasn't totally left me. And now in the comments, Cherry Bombs and Popcorn says, "My Nova visits every once in a while. She disappeared when we moved out into the country. I searched for her for weeks because I didn't want to accept that a predator had gotten her. I carried so much guilt for letting her outside, but she still visits to check on me and let me know she's okay. I'll just be having a complete random dream and she'll walk in. For the first few years, I always asked her where she'd been, still hoping she was at someone's house or a shelter somewhere. Now I just tell her hi and that I miss her. I hope she has another wonderful life because she was my very best friend, and I hope she gets to experience that again with a long and full life next time with some other little girl who needs her." Airy Wind says, "I heard my dead cat too, but only once. It happened one night when I was sitting in the living room, awash with grief and despair because I'd found her earlier that day in the morning. She didn't come home after being out at night, and she was usually inside by the time morning comes, because she was an indoor-outdoor cat. Well, I did find her lifeless body, but when I was about to leave the house to run some errands, she was hit by a car but managed to make it home, and died by the side of the house underneath the garden gate. That night after we took her to the vet to get cremated, I heard her meow in the hallway. I thought I was hearing things, but it was her reassuring me she was safe wherever she was. I'm sorry for your loss." Chia Pet says, "When I was younger, I had a black cat named Salem. He was very protective over my sisters and I, and unfortunately, when I was about 8 or 9, he began to have bad seizures and got cancer. We had to put him down. Since then, my family and I can still hear him from time to time, and even see him running around out of the corner of our eyes." Easter Day says, "When I was a kid, my first cat was taken to the vet for a few days for observation. That night I was pouring a drink when in my peripheral vision I saw a cat shape and a human shape walking side by side across the next room before disappearing. We got a call from the vet an hour later saying our cat had died roughly the same time as I saw this. I am 33 now and I can still picture it like it happened 5 minutes ago. My brother also felt her jump on his bed a few times after she went. I'm really sorry for your loss. I feel like he's letting you know he's still around and he's okay." I myself have experienced similar things. I was asleep when my Roxy passed. I woke up because I felt the cat walk across the bed. But when I looked, she was gone at the end of the bed. I've also felt cats jump on my bed. I don't know who they are, because many of my loved ones have passed. Thank you for spending your time with us. If you have any paranormal pet stories, please leave them in the comments. Please subscribe, as we will have more content coming soon.